Some of the things bought every single day cost almost nothing to make. Yet companies sell them for prices that barely make sense. And once the truth behind these markups is revealed, it becomes impossible to unsee. Here are 10 everyday products, ranked from mildly annoying to how is this even legal, based on how much they rip you off. Segment number 10, greeting cards. Greeting cards were originally simple paper notes sold for pennies. But everything changed when companies realized holidays were emotional gold mines. Today, most cards cost around 20 to 30 cents to manufacture. The shiny foil, raised lettering, even the glitter, all of it is cheap when produced at scale. Yet they retail for $4 to $10, because the true product isn't paper, it's social insurance. People buy cards to avoid looking careless, cheap, or thoughtless. The industry thrives on guilt-based marketing. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, anniversaries, graduations. And because greeting cards are almost always a last-minute purchase, customers have no time to compare prices. Convenience becomes urgency, and urgency erases good judgment. The result? A tiny square of cardstock that costs less than a sandwich napkin, sold for the price of an entire lunch. Next time you have an occasion, skip the $7 card. Buy a blank card or write a short personal note. It means more and costs 90% less. If that felt frustrating, the next item proves that branding alone can turn basic medicine into a gold mine. Segment number 9, brand name painkillers. The difference between many brand name painkillers and their generic versions is practically nothing. Legally, generics must have the exact same active ingredients, dosage, and strength as the name brand versions. But decades of advertising have conditioned consumers to trust the brand more than the science. Commercials show families smiling through headaches, animated pain spots disappearing, and confident taglines promising fast, reliable relief. That marketing creates a placebo of prestige, convincing people that the more expensive option is inherently better. Manufacturers know this, which is why brand name pills can cost between 300% to 500% more, despite being chemically identical to generics sitting inches away on the same shelf. You're not paying for pain relief, you're paying for familiarity. Remember from now on to always check the active ingredients section. If it matches the generic version, buy the generic and pocket the difference. Which brings us to the next industry. It didn't just rely on branding. It invented one of the most profitable pricing traps in history. Segment number 8, razors and razor blades. The razor industry pioneered one of the most successful business models ever created, the razor and blades model. Sell the handle cheap or give it away entirely, and lock the customer into buying proprietary refills forever. The handle is bait. The real profits come from cartridges that cost pennies to manufacture, yet retail for $15 to $25 per pack. Each razor system is intentionally incompatible with others. Once you buy a handle, you're trapped in that ecosystem, forced to buy that brand's blades at whatever price they choose. To justify the markup, companies use scientific-sounding claims like microfins, hydration strips, or precision-engineered triple blades, designed more to impress than to meaningfully improve the shape. This model was so lucrative that other industries copied it. Coffee pods, water filters, printer cartridges, toothbrush heads, all built on the same recurring revenue trap. Razors didn't just become expensive, they became the blueprint for many of today's most overpriced everyday products. Here's a pro tip. Switch to a safety razor or a transparent subscription brand. You'll get equal, often better, performance at a fraction of the cost. But if razor companies engineered dependency, the next product charges a premium by selling the illusion of purity. Segment number 7, organic produce. Organic produce taps into one of the most powerful motivators in consumer behavior, the desire to feel healthier and more responsible. While organic farming can be more labor-intensive, the retail price difference often far exceeds the actual cost increase. Grocery stores know that the word organic signals purity, safety, and better living. Even when nutritional differences between organic and conventional produce are minimal, supermarkets amplify this perception by crafting the organic section like a boutique. Wooden crates, handwritten style labels, earthy colors, and warm lighting all work together to elevate the visual value of the food. The experience feels premium, so the prices follow suit. Studies show that for many fruits and vegetables, the nutritional profile barely differs. Yet consumers willingly pay 20%, 50%, even 80% more, simply because the label organic reduces guilt and increases perceived virtue. It's not just a food category, it's an identity choice. Try this next time you go grocery shopping. Use the Dirty Dozen versus Clean 15 lists. Buy organic where it matters, skip it where it doesn't. But emotional comfort isn't the only lever companies pull. Sometimes, nostalgia itself becomes a pricing weapon, especially in the cereal aisle. Segment number 6. Name brand cereal. The cereal aisle is one of the most aggressively engineered sections in any supermarket. What looks like a cheerful wall of colorful boxes is actually the result of decades of deliberate psychological design. Mascots, cartoons, jingles, prize-in-the-box memories, and strategic shelf placement. Each element exists to push consumers toward brand-name cereals, which often cost 2 to 3 times more than store-brand equivalents. Despite the massive price difference, the ingredients are nearly identical. Corn, wheat, sugar, artificial flavors, added vitamins. The production cost difference between a premium brand and a generic version is often just a few cents. But the emotional difference? Massive. Cereal companies invest heavily in nostalgia marketing. Adults buy the cereals they grew up with, while parents avoid cheaper versions to dodge the classic, "that's not the real one" argument from their kids. Meanwhile, brands pay millions in slotting fees to appear at eye level, where visual access triggers instant recognition. Cereal isn't sold as food. It's sold as comfort, ritual, and childhood, wrapped in a colorful box. The economics are simple: cheap ingredients, immense emotional leverage, high margins. This is a tricky one because of the kids, but still, compare the ingredient lists. If the first 5 ingredients match the generic version, the taste almost certainly will too, except the price won't. But while cereal uses nostalgia, the next product thrives on something far more powerful: convenience and human laziness. If learning the hidden economics behind everyday life makes things suddenly make more sense, consider subscribing for more breakdowns like this. Segment number 5. Pre-cut fruit. Pre-cut fruit is convenience monetized to perfection. A whole pineapple or watermelon costs only a few dollars. Slice it, put it into a plastic container, and suddenly it becomes a $7 to $15 item. The labor involved is minimal, and the packaging costs pennies. Yet the markup can reach 300% to 500%. The brilliance lies in human behavior. People want to eat fruit, not prepare it. Stores place pre-cut fruit in prominent spots: end caps, deli sections, near checkout lines, where shoppers make impulse buys. In that moment, the idea of saving time outweighs the logic of saving money. Ironically, pre-cut fruit has a shorter shelf life, loses nutrients faster, and often spoils within a day or two. You're paying more for a product that becomes usable for less time. It's the ultimate convenience tax, wrapped in plastic. Do yourself a favor. Don't fall for this one. Buy whole fruit, cut it once, and store it in reusable containers. You save money, waste less, and keep it fresher. And while pre-cut fruit sells convenience, the next industry sells the most profitable illusion of all: transformation. Segment number 4. Cosmetics and skincare. Cosmetics and skincare might be the most perfected form of emotional pricing on the planet. Most products, even the expensive ones, cost pennies to a few dollars to formulate. The real investment goes into packaging and presentation. Heavy glass jars, gold-plated caps, smooth matte textures, magnetic closures. All of it is intentionally designed to feel luxurious long before the product touches your skin. Historically, beauty brands learned that prestige sells better than proof. In the 1950s and 60s, companies like Estée Lauder pioneered the model of scientific glamour, combining laboratory aesthetics with aspirational marketing. That legacy continues today through phrases like peptide infusion, micro-serum complex, and cellular regeneration. Most of these terms have no regulated scientific meaning, but they create the illusion of innovation, and innovation justifies price. Behind the scenes, many luxury and drugstore products share the same manufacturers and the same base formulas. What you're paying extra for is the story wrapped around the jar: confidence, identity, self-improvement, and the possibility, however vague, of transformation. Cosmetics aren't sold as chemicals, they're sold as hope in a bottle. and hope has incredible margins. Try to ignore the front label entirely. Turn the product around and compare the first 5 ingredients to cheaper alternatives. If they match, the results usually will too. And while cosmetics sell the dream of transformation, the next product sells something even more profitable: constant repetition. Segment number 3. Disposable vape devices. Disposable vapes are one of the most efficient profit machines ever created because they combine low production cost, high emotional appeal, and built-in recurring demand. Each device contains a tiny lithium-ion battery, a heating coil, cotton wicking material, and a few milliliters of flavored liquid, components that cost manufacturers just a few dollars when produced at scale. Yet the retail price often jumps to $10, $20, or even $30, depending on branding and flavor. But the real genius of disposable vapes isn't the markup, it's the lifespan. These products are intentionally designed to run out quickly. Unlike refillable systems, disposables can't be recharged or reused, which forces consumers back to the store repeatedly. It's the equivalent of selling coffee machines where every cup evaporates the machine itself, an endless revenue loop disguised as convenience. The psychology behind them is equally calculated. Bright colors, candy-inspired flavors, and sleek, minimalist shapes soften the perception of risk and make the device feel more like a novelty accessory than a habit-forming product. That light-hearted aesthetic is deliberate. The less serious a vape appears, the more frequently it's repurchased without second thought. Economically, disposable vapes sit at the intersection of impulse buying and dependency, two forces that generate unstoppable repeat sales. The result is a product that costs very little, sells for a lot, and is consumed rapidly. That is the holy grail of consumer economics. If someone wants to reduce spending, switching to a refillable device, or quitting entirely, cuts long-term costs dramatically. Disposables are the most expensive way to vape, and while vapes rely on rapid turnover, the next product sells something entirely different: the illusion of health, packaged in a bottle. Segment number 2. Bottled smoothies. Bottled smoothies have quietly become one of the most profitable health products on grocery shelves. What began as a niche product in the 1990s, marketed to busy professionals who wanted nutrition on the go, has evolved into a multi-billion-dollar industry built on branding, sugar, and storytelling. The ingredients themselves are inexpensive: concentrated fruit puree, filtered water, stabilizers, and sweeteners. In many cases, the nutritional profile resembles juice far more than a true smoothie, but with a markup that places it closer to a luxury drink. The magic lies in wellness positioning. Smoothies are packaged with minimalist labels, soft color palettes, and health-coded language like cold-pressed, clean fuel, antioxidant boost, and immune support. These terms imply sophistication, yet often describe processes that add little nutritional value. Meanwhile, many bottled smoothies contain as much sugar as soda, but maintain a health halo because fruit imagery overrides rational processing. The psychology is powerful. When a product looks healthy, people stop checking what's inside. Smoothies exploit this blind spot perfectly. Consumers think they're buying convenience plus nutrition, when in reality, they're paying premium prices for ingredients that cost manufacturers less than 50 cents. Bottled smoothies don't sell health. They sell identity, the feeling of doing something good for yourself, even if the nutritional reality doesn't match the marketing. If you really care about your health, check the sugar content and fiber levels. If it matches a soft drink and contains little fiber, which they usually do, skip it and blend your own. It's cheaper, fresher, and actually healthier. And if smoothies sell health as an aesthetic, the next product sells something far more pervasive: never-ending consumption disguised as affordability. Segment number 1. Fast fashion clothing. Fast fashion claims the #1 spot because it represents the ultimate blend of low production cost, psychological manipulation, and engineered consumption. A typical fast fashion garment, a t-shirt, dress, or pair of jeans, costs $2 to $4 to manufacture from start to finish. Fabrics are chosen not for durability, but for speed and scalability, and stitching is optimized for volume rather than longevity. Yet these same pieces routinely sell for $25 to $60, creating enormous margins that rely on constant product turnover. The brilliance of fast fashion is its tempo. Instead of releasing a few seasonal collections, Companies now drop new styles weekly, sometimes even daily. This relentless cycle fuels micro-trends that burn out almost as quickly as they appear. It creates a constant sense of newness, pushing consumers to buy impulsively out of fear of missing out or falling behind socially. Even the shopping experience is engineered. Stores feel like fashion theme parks. Loud music, bright lighting, fast movement. Everything encourages quick decisions, not careful consideration. The clothes themselves are intentionally designed to age quickly. Fading colors, thinning fabrics, weak stitching, which returns customers to the store faster than a quality wardrobe ever would. Fast fashion's greatest illusion is affordability. Each individual piece looks cheap, but the frequency of purchases creates a long-term spending pattern far more expensive than buying fewer, higher quality items. The business model depends on people buying often, not well. Instead of buying often, invest in a small rotation of durable essentials. Quality denim, solid basics, well-made shoes. They cost more upfront but save enormous money over time by replacing endless low-quality purchases. Because once you recognize the strategy behind fast fashion, you'll start spotting the same engineered incentives in every industry. And that's where this channel takes you next. These products prove that the biggest ripoffs aren't luxury items. They're the things bought without thinking. And once the hidden economics behind them come into focus, it becomes clear how companies use psychology and perception to turn simple goods into powerful profit machines. For more breakdowns that reveal the surprising logic behind the world you live in, subscribe and stay curious.